everyone, and welcome back to Presley Mania. My name is Rhonda, and today I want to talk about something that has kind of been in the Elvis news. Actually, it's been all over the news. Navarone, Priscilla's son, is now working with a guy named Michael Deon, and they are doing visits to schools on anti-drug campaigns. They are trying to tell kids about the dangers of drugs and keep them off of it. And kudos to them for doing that. I think it's wonderful. I'm happy to see that Navarone has gotten off of heroin and that he wants to share his story and try to help others and keep kids straight. I know that we've talked sometimes about Navarone and that what a mess he is, and but in this case, I am giving him credit. I am wondering though, I've watched many of his lives and I see him rolling joints, smoking joints. So, since marijuana has been legalized in so many places, is that not considered a drug abuse? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm not trying to start any drama, but I'm just asking. He's going to schools talking about using drugs, but yet he still uses marijuana. I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys think about that. So here's the thing. He has hooked up with this guy, like I said, whose name is Michael DeLeon. Well, Michael DeLeon has a past, and he also has made some huge strides in turning his life around. He was accused of murdering his mom, a crime that he admitted to, although he says now that he did not do that, but that he feels responsible for it because the people that really did murder his mom were part of a gang that he was involved with. And he has made his mission now in life. He was released in 2007, and since that time he has made it his mission to try to keep kids on the straight and narrow and away from drugs and away from gangs. And so good for him. His organization is called Steered Straight. But the interesting part about all of it is supposedly, well, not supposedly, because I actually saw and heard Navarone say that his mother, Priscilla, introduced him to Michael DeLeon. So how does she know this guy? That brings up an interesting question. Well, this is what I'm wondering. Some of you may know of a guy named Tony Ortega. He is a writer for the Underground Bunker. He does a lot of posts and articles about Scientology, people involved in it. He is not in favor of the Scientology group at all. And I can't say I blame him. There is a lot of stuff that goes down with that organization, and it's scary, in all honesty. It's a cult. They bring people in and they brainwash them. And unfortunately, Priscilla joined this group after 1977. Elvis knew about Scientology. They had wanted to talk to him because they like getting people in there who are celebrities and have lots of money that they can use to promote, and they make their money off you going through all of these courses and all of this stuff, and you pay them money. But you also do something called an audit session, and you do these quite often. And in these auditing sessions, they learn all about your past. They learn everything there is to know. Okay, so let's get back to why this is important. Lisa Marie had gotten in touch with Tony Ortega when she decided that she had had enough of Scientology. And she had a real problem with David Miscavige, who is the leader of this now. He's over Scientology. She got in touch with him. She let him know what was going on. She said, I follow all the things that you write. And she said, obviously she was a fan of his stuff because she felt like he was honest and that he was doing a good work in trying to keep people out of it. And she told him she was going to leave. She was leaving it, that she was done. Navarone also confirmed that on an interview that he did. It's on YouTube. You can find it and watch it. And said that when Lisa decided to leave Scientology, she called a meeting of all the family and told them, get out. We're done. It's over. Okay. So here comes my point. Tony Ortega did an article on Michael DeLeon just recently. And it says, Scientology's anti-drug hero is an ex-con who is coming, for your school kids. What? Michael DeLeon is Scientology? I don't know if he is or if he isn't, because he never answered him back. They reached out to him and he tried. I'm going to read you a little bit about this. In March, this is Tony Ortega's article, so I want to make sure you know where I got it from the Underground Bunker. You can go and look it up yourself as well. I just want to make sure everybody knows where I'm pulling this information from. In March, we sent an email to a man named Michael DeLeon. He's a motivational speaker who tries to convince kids that they should stay away from illegal drugs. And he draws on his own years of addiction and crime to keep them interested. He spent years in prison after getting involved with a drug gang in New Jersey, and one of his stays in prison happened after he was implicated in the gang's murder of his own mother. Finally getting out of prison for good in 2007, he set about turning his life around and trying to help others avoid the mistakes he made. Judging by his press clips, he managed to do pretty well for himself and was becoming a pretty popular school speaker. But he came to our attention because for some reason, he decided a couple of years ago to hook up with Scientology and its anti-drug front groups. On the website for his operation, which he calls Steered Straight, DeLeon says that it has no religious or political affiliations. So why, we asked him, would he want to get involved with Scientology? He never responded. But since that time, we've only seen him increase his work for the church, and so we wanted to get some of it down on the record as a warning for unsuspecting schools. The other day, we pointed out that we're going to skip that part. That isn't even, I don't think, relevant. He enjoyed a recent trip to Clearwater Academy International, Scientology, the tiny Scientology school we told you about recently. Actual caption, most rewarding day in a long time. Very impactful presentation this morning. Almost more for me, I think. Just an incredible school with massive success. Our future is in this young generation. At a Steered Straight event at the Fort Harrison Hotel, DeLeon was joined by Scientologist lifer Jim Meskimen. And he's also been featured on Scientology TV. Hey, that's the big time. It's a shame he didn't get back to us. We're still curious why. If he was doing pretty well on his own, he decided to hook up with a nefarious group like David Miscavige's abusive gang. Okay. Now, do you guys see why I'm confused? Why out of all of the anti-drug people that are available for Navarone to hook up with, Priscilla hooks him up with this guy? Makes you wonder. Did she get out of Scientology like Lisa asked them all to do? And supposedly she did. Now, we do know from that same interview that Navarone did with Ron that he says that they all left it. But then when Ron asked him at some point if he would do another interview with them, he said no, he couldn't, because the people from the church had gotten in touch with his mother and told him not to. What is that about? If she is left, do they have some kind of dirt on her? That she's afraid to not do what they say out of fear of what might happen and what might come out? Or is she still involved? Boy, that's a question for the ages, is it not? I truly hope that Navarone is not getting sucked into this. You know, he has always said, I'm not a part of Scientology. I never wanted to be a part of Scientology. My mom wanted to put me in it, but my dad was like, no, I don't want you to have any part of that. And yet when Navarone got in trouble with some past drug abuse, his mom, despite what his dad wanted, sent him to Scientology. That's the same thing she did to Lisa. Do y'all understand how bad Scientology is? It's a cult. And it brainwashes people. You go in, you do these auditing sessions. They know everything about you. Every single thing. There are no secrets. None. I just hope that Navarone isn't getting sucked into this. I truly do, because this could be bad. And if that's the case, Priscilla, why did you do that? Why are you hooking him up with some group that was so horrible to your daughter? And who Lisa, it was so important to her, she didn't want any of you in it. Now, I am questioning, I don't know if Riley is still involved in this or not. Riley's dad, Danny Keogh, is from a long line of Scientologists. So it's possible that she may still be involved in it as well. I don't know. But it's just one of those things that I had to bring out today. I wanted to make you all aware of what was going on. And yeah, I'm proud of Navarone for going to schools and talking to kids and trying to keep them off of drugs. But I am worried about him because he's hanging out with a guy who is now making his bed with Scientology. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Isn't it interesting? It really, really is. So, if you have not checked out the video that I did on Mother's Day, it's called Elvis and Gladys, Their Special Bond. Check it out. It's something different. I based it off of a book that I read by Elaine Dundee. And it talks about, she did so much research into Elvis and Gladys. And she went to Tupelo and she spent months and months and months there and talked to so many people. And she got the scoop and she wrote a book about it. And there are some things in there that I had never heard before that I wanted to share with y'all. And I feel like that she is a pretty good source to go to, you know, and like everything, you have to take everything with a grain of salt and form your own opinions. But some of the stories in there were really cute, and I shared some of those on my last video. So I hope you guys, if you haven't done so, will check it out. And last but not least, many of you are still asking me about the divorce documents and when am I gonna finish it? Well, I'm gonna try to get that video put together this week, and then I'm gonna send it to Thunderstruck Studios and they will add some graphics to it, and we will get that final divorce documents episode out to you guys. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. I have really enjoyed covering it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've gotten, some hate for it. I even got some hate for the Elvis and Gladys video that I did. Go figure. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's good or if it's bad. There's always going to be something, is there not? But regardless of that, I hope you guys enjoy my videos and that maybe you learn something new. So until next time, remember you only get one shot at this life. Live each day to the fullest because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. Bye everyone, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great one.